Every time I'm going out, the same things keep happening. New boy, same tricks. Coming close to me now, trying to be smooth. So here we go again, here we go again. You're trying to buy me drinks, and I don't like your cheap tricks. Take it somewhere else, would ya? Would ya? I don't know what you think, but I'm not one of those chicks. Take it somewhere else.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. I want to give a big thanks to Roborock for sponsoring today's video. If you weren't already aware, I love Roborock. By my little display of Roborock items I have right here, you can tell. But today's video is jam-packed full of cleaning and decluttering, organizing, cleaning some kind of unique things, but I was doing it, so I figured why not show you. And yeah, I hope today's video gets you all motivated to tackle anything on your to-do list, and let's get into it. I'm starting off in the laundry room. As you guys know, the laundry room's just my drop zone. I clean it all the time, and it always gets wrecked again just because if people come over, we throw stuff in here. If I'm honestly just getting overwhelmed and anxiety filled from the rest of the house being a mess, often stuff just gets thrown here. It's just how it happens. But I wanted to go through everything, really declutter these cabinets. There's a lot of stuff that I was keeping as like just in case project stuff. But with us moving, like I don't need all these random paint cans that we never used. So I'm going to be downsizing, decluttering, and organizing as much as possible. So after I got all the paint and stuff out of here, I decided that I wanted to put the dog stuff in here. A lot of people would put like their laundry detergent and stuff like that. However, I cannot personally easily get into this cabinet. So I wanted stuff in there that I'm not grabbing all the time. So refill dog treats and things like that I like to put in here. And I like to keep the actual laundry detergent either on the counter in the laundry room or often in the closet, which you'll see me decluttering very soon as well.
Else would ya? Would ya?
So people often ask about my like extra supplies. I like to keep a lot of cleaning supplies on hand, but the other thing is often I can order in bulk off of Amazon and it's cheaper than just buying one at a time. So that's why you're going to see certain things that I have a lot of just because it financially made so much more sense. So this is my new Roborock Dyad. A big thanks again to Roborock for sponsoring today's video. I absolutely love Roborock products and believe in them thoroughly, so I always appreciate when they sponsor one of my videos. But one of my favorite things about this is it's cordless, which for me, anything that's cordless I use way more often and comes with a super simple charging dock.
Charging. Press clean to wash rollers.
Now, you guys have seen me use these mop vacuums before, and if you remember in a previous review, one of the things I wasn't a huge fan of was it didn't go edge to edge cleaning with the other brand that I was using. Well, Roborock has come up with a solution, so not only do they have edge to edge cleaning with their rollers, but it's also a dual roller, and the rollers go in opposite directions, so it thoroughly picks up any crumbs and debris and mops your floors perfectly. And all you need is water. I'm literally just using tap water, and it cleans my floors so nicely. And it's super, super simple, which you guys know in my house with winter and dogs, like I mop and clean all the time. So having something that's simple to use as well as gets the job done is always a huge win in my book. As you can see, dog hair affects every part of my life and every part of my cleaning, including the washing machine. So I try and go in here and clean this washing machine regularly just to keep up with any dog hair that gets caught in here. But I also have been using those little toothpicks cleaners that I found to clean out the little crevices that I can't normally reach. And it did such a good job between wiping it down, these little toothpicks, and then going in with my steam shot. It really did a good job to make sure this washing machine was thoroughly cleaned out.
Bro, don't you look at that? I said, my friend, what you looking at? I think she is something for me. Excuse me, miss, it's my first time here. Maybe you can show me out of here. I think she got something in me. So please forgive my rudeness if I'm tripping over your time. But you look so amazing. And we can be so much more than who we are. So much more than who we are. We can. And knee deep in while the world just falls apart. At the rise above it all. And we can. Got me saying, hey, girl, will you marry me? 2 kids in a house and live happily. I think we are so meant to be. But she says, wait, you forgot something.
A couple other key features that I absolutely love about this Dyad is with the powerful motors, it easily maneuvers throughout the house and has a perfect head that will do a 180 angle to make it easy to get around baseboards and furniture and everything like that. And here you can see more of that up close edge to edge cleaning of how well this thing really, really does work. The floors also dry super fast. Now I have a laminate flooring, but it's great for laminate and tile, hardwoods, anything like that, especially hardwoods. You're always hear about how you don't want a lot of moisture on your floors, and you notice almost instantly these floors are getting dried, so you don't need to worry about any of that. And the automated voice control is really nice because it tells you absolutely everything as you go.
Charging. Press clean to wash rollers. Cleaning.
So as you can see, this has an auto clean button, so all you do is put it on the charging dock and it cleans itself, and it will remind you when the dirty water tank gets full and you need to empty it because it's full, or even just when you are done with the process, it reminds you as well.
Please pause. Dirty water tank full. Empty now.
As you can see, emptying this out is super simple. It's got a tank for the water, but then it has the basket for all the additional debris. And the battery life on this thing is absolutely amazing. So if you guys are interested in checking out the Roborock Dyad, check out my link in the description below. This is definitely a product I know you guys will not regret. I use this now daily, between the convenience of it being cordless and then the convenience of it vacuuming and mopping at the same time. It is definitely a win-win in my book.
Dancing in your hair, the devil on your shoulder, strung you up on a thread. But I don't need to tell you. Hey, don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that.
Now, moving on to the kitchen, obviously from working in the laundry room, the rest of the house got a little bit neglected. But the other thing is, one of the boxes I took out of the laundry room had a spice rack that I bought for our spice cabinet. I've been wanting to update it a little bit, and I think it was TikTok that I saw this spice rack. And I went to Amazon and bought it right away. So I'm going to show you that just in a little bit. But I wanted to go around and quickly just straighten up the kitchen before I started tearing apart the cabinets as well.
Monsters dancing in your hair, the devil on your shoulder, strung you up on a thread. But I don't need to tell you. Hey, don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that. You're not feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. It's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on. It's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on. It's a devil on your shoulder. Oh, devil on. It's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on. It's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on. It's a devil on your shoulder. Shoulder. Hey, don't you look at me like that. Hey, like you're feeling sorry. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry.
So a bunch of you guys have been recommending I really streamline my spices into matching containers. And I don't know, I was just like not on it. I was like, I don't really need to do that. But finally I caved, and part of it was getting this spice rack is I knew I wanted something to be a little bit more uniform. And once again, you guys were 100% right. Like 100% right. By putting all the spices in matching jars like this, it made it look so much cleaner, so much nicer. So I got these jars that came with labels. Now, don't hate on me too bad. I'm not great at putting these labels on perfectly straight. I think I was just doing so much this day that I just wanted to get them on there, and it doesn't bother me that they're a little off. So I know that's probably going to bug some of you tremendously. So I figured I would just like point it out right away. But even with them not being perfectly straight, I have to say this made a huge difference in our spice cabinet. And when you see this spice rack, guys, you're gonna want this. I will link in my Amazon store. It is so cool, and for short girls like me, like game changer.
Can't live with or without you. Oh, won't you sing to me? There ain't no other way but you sing to me. As simple as I say. No need to overanalyze it. We grew apart more every day. When times get rough, I try to tell you we need to fight in every way. No hugs, no kisses could protect us from what the future had in store.
I have to say, one of my favorite things about combining all of these into the jars was just the like how pretty it is to see all the different spices and different things all like not in multiple containers, the glass containers, and actually seeing what you have, I think it's just so pretty. They're all like, I don't know. It's like a piece of art. Even the ranch seasoning, the white with a little bit of specks of green, and I think it is so pretty just to see everything. Plus, I can see a lot better of what I'm running out of and what I need more of. So I really, really like this. Another thing that was on my mind, because I'm also trying to be smart with what I do, is I know when we go to list this house to sell it, I want my cabinets to look like show designer cabinets, because let's be honest, anyone that walks through our house are going to open cabinets to see if there's enough storage space and everything like that. So if people can open cabinets and they see a beautifully organized space, they're not going to even question if there's enough storage. So doing this, I feel like, one, wasn't that expensive, and two, will help for anyone walking through the house to open the cabinet and be like, wow, this is a really nice system. Obviously, they have a lot of spices because I love to cook and I have a ton of spices, but this is a really good way to organize it and show it all off in a beautiful way.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken.
So one thing I will say, I started putting the spice rack in and I ended up having Bobby come in and do it because honestly, it was just frustrating me and he was home, so I took advantage of it. So this is a spice rack though. It nicely organized it, but as you see, it pulls down. So when I'm cooking, I can pull it down. It's right at eye level. And when I am done with it, I just lift it right back up. It sits nicely in the cabinet and it looks so pretty and so nice. I did need to rearrange some of the shelves though. I ended up taking one shelf out and just lowering the other ones. That way my backup spices as well as just some of my bigger containers could be on top. And as you guys know, I like to have my baking stuff in a basket on the top shelf. That way I don't bake as often as I cook. It's just never been like a huge passion of mine. So I want it to be convenient, but I don't need it as low as my spices and whatnot.
Or anyone will hold us back, no matter what the cost. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. Show me the way. Show me a way to somewhere. Show me the way. Show me a way to somewhere. Show me the way. Show me a way that we can build our memories. Show me the way. Show me a way to somewhere. To somewhere.
Now just quickly wiping down the counter since I wasn't the cleanest when filling the spices, but also wiping down my stove. I have tried everything to not have water boil over, even the wooden spoon trick, and it does not ever work for me. So I swear every time I make pasta, and my kids love pasta, like they will eat just buttered noodles for lunch every single day if I would let them. So I'm constantly cleaning up boiled water flow. And then I am just going in and doing the floors real quick. Here in the winter in Wisconsin, I know I say this all the time, but I know a lot of people aren't from the north and may not realize, but whenever it snows and they put salt down, salt constantly gets dragged in throughout the winter, and it's a constant process. Pretty much until spring, we are dealing with salt on our floors, and then obviously the dog hair and everything. So being able to go in with this and not only vacuum up all the dog hair, but also clean up the salt in one easy step makes my life so much easier. Being a mom of 3, a stay-at-home mom at that, anything that will help me do my jobs in a simplistic way, I am all about, because we all know as moms, we have so much on our plate already that if we can do the smallest things to make our life easier, really, really helps. All right, so this next cleaning project is really different than what I would normally show. As you guys, if you follow me, know Bobby is obsessed with working on cars, and he's got this old Camaro, and the engine on it wasn't good. So he just recently got a engine from his buddy that is in good shape, but it's old, so it was really, really dirty, as you can see. And he was doing it all by himself, but I'll be honest, I was just sick of sitting inside by myself, so I decided I would go outside and help him clean it up. So I figured I would film it for you. I wasn't going to at first, but honestly, I started really enjoying cleaning this just because seeing all the years of buildup coming off of this and getting it clean again was really satisfying. So you guys may not be 100% into this, but I found it really satisfying to just layer by layer get this all clean. It's definitely not done yet. This process here took probably 3 hours to get it looking like this. So we definitely have a lot more work to do, but huge, huge steps of getting this motor back to not looking a million years old.
But you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they all disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come with it.
So also, if any of you guys are having issues with your significant others not wanting you to buy little cleaning tools, helping them out with things that they enjoy and showing them how useful your cleaning tools are really help. Because not only did I use my cleaning brushes, but I also brought out the steam cleaner, and it worked so well on this motor. I actually have Bobby buying me new brushes because he was using a lot of them as well, and they are not going to be usable in the house anymore. But our cleaning tools are definitely not just for us. If you just show the versatility of them, your husbands will end up loving them as well. You just got to show it in a way that clicks with them. And for my husband, it's cars. All right, so we are on to the next day. So one thing I really want to point out is a lot of people always ask how I get so much energy. And this is one of those things that I don't do all of this every single day, which is partially why I'm showing the footage from the next day. I could have ended this video at that point of that day where I did the laundry room and the kitchen and worked on the motor, and I got a lot done that day. But on this next day, I cleaned the kids' bedding, I did some laundry, I cleaned up and tidied my room, and I just did basics. Like, it is not about doing everything all the time. When I have the burst of energy, I like to get it all done because the next day I could feel like doing nothing. Especially for me, like Mondays, I never want to do anything on Mondays. With getting up with the kids for school and just getting used to a new week, that those are days that I just want to do the bare minimum and get by. And that is totally okay. Never stress yourself out about doing it all. If you do one thing today, that is progress. And I also often find that sometimes on the days where I'm not motivated, if I do that one thing of making my bed or wiping down the counters in the kitchen, it will motivate me to do more. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I just want to sit on my butt and watch Desperate Housewives or play Roblox, because yes, I play Roblox with my son. Don't judge me. And do nothing. And I'm okay with that. As long as I get done what I want in a week, I'm okay with it. I can have a couple lazy days here and there and just spend time with the kids and Bobby and not need to worry about the house always being perfect. And neither do you guys. So definitely when you are watching these videos, make sure to put it into perspective. One, you're normally only seeing a couple hours a day or maybe even just one day's worth of work, and not the entire week. My house is not always perfect, and I'm totally okay with that. My kids are happy, healthy, fed. My house is maintained as well as it should be, and as moms, we're allowed to take breaks. Also remember, like, it is not completely your responsibility to make sure the house is perfect. I don't care if your husbands work full time and whatnot. Like, you don't make the entire house a mess. You shouldn't have to clean the whole thing. So that's another thing to remember. If you are cleaning and your kids are home, they can go and unload the dishwasher and clean their bedrooms and feed the dogs and things like that. Like, it is not always up to the moms to get everything done. We are only human. We get tired also, and I feel like often nowadays moms are put down of having an easy job, and we don't. Like, we never get a break. Our job is being home. So mentally, you're always working. Physically, you're always working. And you are doing one of the greatest, most honorable jobs in the world. So, rant over. I feel like I talked a lot, but they're just things that were on my mind that I felt like I really, really had to say.
I can't get enough, 'cause it's you that I love. I got to have it, you that I care for. Why I wanna let this go. I got to have it, you that I yearn for. You wanna let this go. I got to have it, you that I yearn for.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and it motivated you to tackle something on your to-do list. Also, if you are new here, I would love if you would subscribe and join me here. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, if you are interested in checking out the Roborock Dyad, don't forget to check out my links in the description. I will have everything linked down there to make it super easy for you guys. But until next time, bye!